But it's going well. We're really excited about how the race is coming together. Poll numbers are looking good for us. We're seeing 6 different polls since January. We're leading in all 6 of those head-to-head over Bill Foster, the incumbent congressman. No, that doesn't matter. The only poll that matters is November 2nd. That's the only one that matters. So we can't slow down, we can't rest, we've got to do everything we possibly can. What we're talking about this race is really our shared values. The values that we share of family, of opportunity, of a future and hope. Opportunity to be able to pour ourselves into something, to be able to care for our family, build something of value for the future generations. We're seeing exactly the opposite thing happening right now in Washington, D.C. Decisions that are being made, rather than to build up and encourage people to be productive, productivity is being punished out of Washington.
This is a private event by invitation, so I would really appreciate if you haven't paid your dues or to leave.
Sure, I actually did just pay.
Did you pay?
Yeah, $25.
Okay.
I signed up too.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry if that was the case.
No, that's okay.
I did not really mean to do it.
That's quite
asking me to help and to kid and that.
Sure. No, yeah, I signed up.
And because I'm not from the county, so
it's okay.
I have to apologize.
Sure.
Washington, D.C. As soon as they cross over the Potomac River, all of a sudden they start thinking that this money is theirs, that they can do whatever they want to with it, that they can spend it on like Monopoly. We need to let them know it's our money. This is our money that they're spending. It's our kids' money. What I want to do is be out there and challenge them every single decision that they make, because it has to be through this filter of saying, is this important enough to spend money on to put our kids and our grandkids in debt for the next 40 or 50 years? If it is, maybe we should do it. If not, we shouldn't. We shouldn't do it. So we need to be thinking about that with every decision that we make. We need to be fighting for that opportunity. And so much, as I talk throughout this district, it's a huge district, but I talk to people almost every day who would like to hire more people, would like to grow their business, but they're afraid to do it. It's no longer what's government going to do for me, it's what's government going to do to me. And that's upside down. We're trying to get government out of the way so that we can use our ingenuity, use the gifts and talents that God has given to us to the best of our ability to be able to give back to our family, give back to our community, to help other people around us. I talk to people all the time who are wonderful people, so much to give, and yet they're afraid to death what's going to happen to them in their families. They're afraid if their job, not only if their job might be here next year, they're afraid if their job might be here next year. That's how unsettled things are right now.
I don't want to go
that they're working up to their potential and growing in their opportunities, then they're investing back into the community. They're going to be investing in their homes. We're going to see housing prices and values going up. We're going to see more money for our schools and for education. We're going to see more money for nonprofits and volunteers and churches and all these things. Everything benefits as we create more jobs, as we get the free enterprise system working again, and we get hope in it. So that's what I want to fight for. That's why I'm running for Congress. It's really because of my 4 kids. My wife and I have been married 92 years. I've got children who are a son who's 16, a daughter who's 14, another son who's 8, and another son who's 6. And I don't want to be the generation of people, the first generation of African Americans. We look at people who come to America over the centuries. My great-grandparents came from Sweden at the turn of the century. They left with nothing. They came here with nothing, but with the hope of being able to build something up of value that they could hand to their kids and their grandkids. And that's what's happened. Unfortunately, my great-grandparents have all died, but I'm so excited to be able to let them know that I'm running for Congress, and the hard work that they put in almost 100 years ago has given me the opportunity to go run for Congress. What an amazing privilege that is. What a great privilege that is. And we need to fight for that. This election, I talked about it, so I'm not that. I've been involved in a lot of different elections. I've been a precinct committeeman for over 20 years now. So I've helped many other people run for office. I've volunteered, I've run for office myself several times. But I think this election, November 2nd, 2010, is the most important election of my lifetime. The most important election of my lifetime. Because it'll determine the direction. We're going to continue to head in the direction that we're getting from the current administration out there. A bigger federal government. That federal government knows the answer to everything. That they're going to come into every part of our life and take over. Or are we going to turn back to what our founding fathers had in mind when they wrote the Constitution? And the commitment there that everybody should have that opportunity and that hope. And that the best opportunity comes community being able to make that difference, rather than the federal government coming in and dictating or mandating what should happen. So I want to fight for smaller government. I want to fight for more transparency. I want to fight for responsible spending out of Washington, D.C. We can do it. I love the fact that Ronald Reagan, one of my favorite presidents, great guy, was born in this district. He was born in Tampa, Illinois, and that's in the 14th Congressional District, and was raised in Dixon, Illinois. We've had several presidents that claim Illinois. He's the only one that was born here in Illinois and raised here in Illinois, all the way through. So Ronald Reagan talks about this morning in America again, that we've got that great, when you look at the sun coming up, it could be a sunrise or a sunset. I see it as a sunrise. The sun isn't setting on America, the sun is rising on America. The opportunities are there, but we need to do everything we can this election to get people elected who share our values, who share our commitment to our families, and share that commitment for our future, for our kids, for our grandkids. So I ask for your support. We are excited how it's going. We're excited about the poll numbers, but as I said before, they don't matter. We just take those and we say we've got to work harder. We've got to do more, to talk to more people, to bring more people on board with what we're doing. And it's not just something that's going to end on November 2nd. We're going to continue with this and communicating together. It's such a privilege for me to serve as a state senator. When I walk into the Capitol, I think of what a privilege it is to have 200,000 bosses. 200,000 bosses that I report to. Those are all of the constituents that live in my district. If I'm blessed enough to be elected as congressman, I'll have over 700,000 bosses that I report to. But I think that's the right perspective to have. That I report to you, you're my boss. I need to be here listening to you, be available to hear your ideas. If I'm going to adequately represent you out in Washington, D.C. These congressional districts are unique. It's unlike anything else. It's our most direct connection to the federal government. This is our congressional district. It's not Boston. It's not Bill Foster, but it's not Speaker Hastert, who used to serve here. And when it's not going to be the Hultgren seat. It's going to be the 14th congressional district seat. Your seat in Congress. And I will hold that trust. I commit to you that every single day I will do my best to serve you, to honor you, to respect you, and together to win our country back. So God bless you.